Chelsea have been very busy getting deals done in recent weeks. While talks are believed to be advancing for both Xavi Simons and Joral Hato, most of the Blues' recent work has been about finding their current players without a future at Stamford Bridge, new homes. And one has to admit they have been pretty successful. João Felix is one of the players who has failed to meet expectations at Chelsea. It seems as if the Portuguese player can't catch a break. After failing to perform according to his true potential at Atletico Madrid, the player was sent on loan to Barcelona in the 2023-24 season, but things didn't improve. Then came Chelsea, who decided to bring Felix in last summer, but ended up sending the player on loan to AC Milan soon after. Now a permanent exit awaits. Earlier, it was reported that Benfica had appeared as the most probable destination for Felix, and that talks were advanced. But it looks like things have changed since then in a major U-turn. Al Nassr have agreed a deal to sign Felix from Chelsea. It has been given the famous "here we go." The initial transfer fee is worth 30 million plus add-ons and a heavy sell-on clause to meet the Blues' 50-minute evaluation in the future. Felix will join his international teammate Cristiano Ronaldo at Al Nassr. Chelsea will be delighted, as they will be able to recover much of the $52 million paid to Atletico Madrid to sign the 25-year-old, which wouldn't have been the case with a deal involving Benfica. Stay ahead of the game with our channel dedicated to the latest football headlines from leagues around the world. From breaking transfer news and match previews to tactical deep dives and post-game analysis, we've got you covered. Hit subscribe and click the bell to never miss an update. If you enjoy our content, give us a like, share with fellow fans, and join the conversation. Follow us for all the biggest moments in football. Liverpool have agreed a deal to sell Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich. The total fee for the deal is 65.5 million. Diaz, who has 2 years remaining on his Liverpool contract, now has permission to leave the club's Asia tour. He is currently in Tokyo with the team, but will look to travel in the next 24 hours. Liverpool rejected Bayern's initial advances and an offer believed to be in the region of 67 million, but the German returned with a second offer of 75 million, including add-ons. The Reds have accepted the offer after securing what the club considers to be full market. Throughout the summer, Liverpool had been unwilling to sell a key first-team player, but Diaz and his representatives pushed for a move. He first signalled a wish to leave in the summer of 2024, but the club held firm while assessing both the squad and the market. 2 separate attempts from Liverpool to agree a contract extension failed due to a gap between offers and demands. And after Diaz helped deliver the club's 20th Premier League title, Liverpool reluctantly agreed to his request to leave. Chelsea's transfer window is underway in full swing, be it in terms of arrivals or departures, although lately the focus has been a bit more towards the latter. A number of prominent names like Noni Madueke, Georgie Petrovic, and Kepa Arrizabalaga have already joined other clubs. Additionally, some other underperforming players are also expected to follow suit through the exit door. Chelsea winger Raheem Sterling certainly falls under that category. The English international has been linked with a move away for quite some time now, with a number of clubs having already shown their interest in the player. He spent the previous campaign on loan at Arsenal. However, a deal hasn't materialized so far this summer, and it looks like this may have prompted those in charge of these situations to take matters into their own hands. Sterling will leave Chelsea this summer, and he's been offered to Napoli in the last 48 hours. The Blues want a permanent exit, while the Italian champions are assessing several options. Chelsea signed Sterling from Manchester City in 2022 for a reported fee of $56.2 million. The English international has made 81 appearances for the Blues overall, but has been able to score 19 goals along with 15 assists. Sterling was sent on a season-long loan to Arsenal in the last campaign. He failed to show any indication of regaining his form there as well, with just a single goal in 28 appearances. As a result, Chelsea are clear about their intention to part ways with the 30-year-old, who has lost his spark and no longer fits into the club's plans for the future. It's now only a matter of time before Sterling departs, although a satisfactory offer needs to come in first. Chelsea have been on a transfer exit spree in the past few weeks. In the initial days of the window, the Blues focused on strengthening their squad by bringing in reinforcements and signed Jamie Gittens, João Pedro and Liam Delap. However, recently, every other day, there's a new club interested in taking a player away from Stamford Bridge. Chelsea have already parted with notable names like Noni Madueke, George Petrovic and Kepa Arrizabalaga, among others. And it's no secret that Christopher Nkunku is also expected to join this list soon, having struggled to find his footing in the Royal Blues jersey since his arrival in 2023. Clubs including Bayern Munich, RB Leipzig and Premier League sides like Manchester United and Newcastle United have already appeared as potential destinations for the French international. Now, another club have seemingly registered their interest in Nkunku. Simon Phillips, via the Chelsea Chronicle, in his Substack has reported that, according to his sources, Nottingham Forest have come in with interest in signing Nkunku. The French international might prefer to stay in the Premier League. Forest had an exceptional campaign, finishing 7th, and they will compete in the Conference League next season. They are looking to improve ahead of a European campaign, which has led them to eye Nkunku. The French international, who was brought in for $52 million from RB Leipzig, has looked like a shadow of his old self in Germany. Chelsea are believed to be looking for a fee of around $43 million for the versatile player. Interestingly, Nkunku appeared in 6 matches in Chelsea's Club World Cup winning run and even scored a crucial goal against Benfica in the round of 16. However, with the arrival of new faces for the forward positions and Cole Palmer's cold-as-ever performances recently, his future seems to be elsewhere. For now, we'll just have to wait and see where the Frenchman eventually ends up. Wojciech Szczesny may have helped Barcelona to a historic domestic treble last season, but the veteran goalkeeper isn't a fan of the ultra-attacking approach under new manager Hansi Flick. The 35-year-old admitted the system doesn't suit him, as his aging legs have to do a lot of work in behind a uber-high defensive line, commandeered by the likes of Pau Cubarsí and Inigo Martinez. Szczesny criticized Flick's playing philosophy, saying it exposed the team defensively. He admitted that despite the trophies, the attacking style made life difficult for a goalkeeper. The Polish veteran prefers a more balanced approach, particularly after Barca shipped 7 goals in their Champions League semi-final against Inter Milan. Barcelona enjoyed a dominant domestic campaign, winning La Liga, Copa del Rey and the Spanish Super Cup. However, their defensive fragility was exposed in Europe under Flick's aggressive tactics. Szczesny's comments highlight the tension between attractive football and structural solidity. Szczesny has signed on until 2027, but will play a reduced role next season, with new signing Joan Garcia set to become the starting goalkeeper, while Ter Stegen recovers from surgery. Flick may have to tweak his tactics if defensive lapses continue in the new campaign, as Barcelona look to win all 4 trophies possible, including the Champions League. Barcelona began their pre-season with a 3-1 win at Vissel Kobe, with Marcus Rashford coming off the bench to make his debut. Barcelona presented the iconic number 10 t-shirt, previously worn by legends like Lionel Messi and Diego Maradona, to Lamine Yamal right before kickoff at the Noavia Stadium in Kobe. New signing Rashford, who joined them on loan from Manchester United, was named on the bench. The hosts had the opportunity to break the deadlock as early as the 5th minute, as Taisei Miyashiro won the ball on the right, entered the penalty box and attempted a shot on goal, but Joan Garcia did well to deny him from scoring. Barcelona, thereafter, took control of the game, and the attacking trio of Yamal, Rafinha and Ferran Torres continued to build pressure on the Kobe attack. The visitors finally scored the opening goal just past the half-hour mark. Eric Garcia received the ball inside the Kobe box from a corner and comfortably found the back of the net. As Barcelona looked to carry a lead into the break, Kobe equalized through Miyashiro's strike. Pau Cubarsí lost control of the ball as Daiju Sasaki took advantage of the situation and attempted a shot. Garcia initially stopped the ball, but Miyashiro scored the leveler from the rebound. Hansi Flick changed his entire lineup as he brought in fresh 11 legs on the pitch in the second half, including Robert Lewandowski and debutants Rashford and Rooney Bargi. 19-year-old Bargi, who arrived from Copenhagen this summer, made his debut a memorable one as he scored a cracking goal in the 77th minute, firing in from the edge of the box. Lewandowski followed a pinpoint through ball from Rashford and rushed towards the opposition's goal. The veteran forward then found the teenager, and he found the back of the net with a deft finish. Rashford's Barca debut lasted only 30 minutes as he was replaced by Pedro Fernandes in the 78th minute. Despite getting less game time, the English winger had his moments, including creating the move for the club's second goal. Fernandes, who is from the club's academy, scored a third and final goal in the 87th minute, as he found the back of the net with a thunderous first-time long-range strike from the edge of the box. Newcastle are preparing for a substantial bid from Liverpool for Alexander Isak after Luis Diaz's switch to Bayern Munich. Diaz agreed a move to Bavaria for a reported fee of 75 meters, 65 meter KTE earlier today. That sale is expected to free the Reds up to lodge an official bid for Newcastle's want-away striker. Isak ruled himself out of the club's pre-season tour of Asia with a thigh injury. While subsequent scans were clear, Howe said there is no chance of the Swede joining his teammates for their upcoming games. The Newcastle boss said that while it's business as usual for his players, they would obviously miss a player of Isak's quality. The respective transfer windows of the two clubs could not be going more differently. The Reds have spent close to 250 million strengthening their title-winning squad, while Newcastle have routinely missed out on key transfer targets, aside from Anthony Elanga. Liverpool's assumed pursuit of Isak will be particularly galling, as the Reds have already pipped the Magpies to the signing of Hugo Ekitike from Eintracht Frankfurt. The decision over Isak's future will likely be taken out of Howe's hands completely, as while the Newcastle manager and his employers want to hold on to their best players, if Liverpool table an offer approaching 150 meters, they may be compelled to sell. Now Diaz has departed, expect the Anfield club to test Newcastle's resolve in the coming days. Manchester United have been busy in the summer transfer window, but they know there is still plenty more work to be done. Manchester United had hoped to offload Marcus Rashford on a permanent basis, but they've had to settle with a loan move to Barcelona with an option to buy. Barcelona will cover all of Rashford's salary during his stay at Camp Nou, a saving of roughly 12 million for United. And if the Catalan giants take up the offer to sign him permanently next summer, it will be job done on that front for United. Alejandro Garnacho, Jadon Sancho, Anthony and Tyrell Malaysia have all told the club of their desire to explore opportunities away from Old Trafford, but they remain at the club. Sales need to be made if Ruben Amorim is to make the signings he needs. Despite struggling to offload some of the players deemed surplus to requirements at Old Trafford, United have had an encouraging window so far in terms of incomings. Matheus Cunha arrived early on, with Diego Leon and Enzo Canabic joining him through the door, with the latter loaned out to Lausanne Sport. The Bryan Mbeumo transfer saga rumbled on far longer than United would have hoped, but they have finally got their man, and the Cameroon international signed in time to join his teammates on the tour of the US. Manchester United business so far in: Matheus Cunha, 62.5 Diego Leon, 3.3 rising to 7 medals with add-ons. Enzo Canabic, free transfer, loaned out to Lausanne Sport. Bryan Mbeumo, 65 millions plus 6 millions in add-ons. Out: Marcus Rashford, Barcelona, loan. Victor Lindelof, end of contract. Johnny Evans, end of contract, appointed head of loans and pathways. Christian Eriksen, end of contract. Hubert Gratzik, end of contract. Tom Miles, end of contract. Tom Worcester, end of contract. Sam Murray, Carlisle United, free. Jack Kingdon, end of contract. James Nolan, end of contract. Dan Gore, Rotherham loan. Sonny Alger free. Notts County, loan. Joe Hugel, Barnet loan. Habib Oguni, Newport County loan. Ely Harrison, Shrewsbury Town, loan. Stay ahead of the game with our channel dedicated to the latest football headlines from leagues around the world. From breaking transfer news and match previews to tactical deep dives and post-game analysis, we've got you covered. Hit subscribe and click the bell to never miss an update. If you enjoy our content, give us a like, share with fellow fans, and join the conversation. Follow us for all the biggest moments in football.